As the salty water withdraws from my eyes, my focus pulls in upon my feathered friends watching me from above. I'm guessing overboard. Yes, that is what must have befallen me. I must have somehow been washed overboard. My clothes would suggest a life upon the seas, although I have no memories of such an existence. Or any existence, for that matter. Even my own name is currently hiding itself from me. I must find out what has led me to this beach and somehow leave this place.
Hello everyone, I've turned the sound and music off. Unfortunately you can only turn them on or off. This game is done by Matt Wilson, a single developer. It's a horror game, sort of walking simulator with puzzles game. And we're going to do a speed run, Montagues Mount. I found some strange bugs which allowed me to get through the game really quick. Normally, if you were going to try this game without a walkthrough, I think it would take you about 10 or 12 hours. Even with walkthrough, you're probably looking at maybe 3 or 4 hours. We're gonna try and do it in just over 20 minutes. And most of that will be watching cutscenes. Okay, so basically, it says it's based on a true story. Look, the only part of this is true is that the game developer went to Ireland as an immigrant and he felt lonely. That's it. That's the true story. So, unfortunately, even though the game's all about the plague, now, you want to get over to this walking stick as quickly as possible. This normally takes people a lot, because the game doesn't really show you where it is, so it can take people a while to have a look. What we're going to do is we're going to click on this gate and open it, and we're going to push ourselves through it as we go through. Now, because we've not done a couple things, it might cut to a scene of the ocean. It did. There you go. So I think that's a glitch. You're supposed to read the stuff first, I guess. I don't know. Once that glitch is over, it will now cut to the next scene. The next scene shows that this is really a fictitious island. It's about the game's more about depression and loneliness and what depression can do to you. This whole island is really in this guy's head. It's a make-believe island. We're going to come across a poltergeist activity here. It's again inside his head. It's not a real poltergeist. But if you don't want to watch it, just come off to the side here, to the right. And you will miss the big scary thing where he comes right up into your face. So again, because we're looking at the right here, there he is there. We're not going to watch him though. We want to come around here and basically up here. Do it. There we go. And we're already in the ocean. Which you're not supposed to be in the ocean. We're basically cutting off a huge section of the game, probably about 3/4 of the game, just by swimming around. And you can swim around the whole entire island. You can get around to the various places. Basically, the story is that you're an immigrant or a shipwreck survivor who you were meant to come to this island anyway, and you're an author. Your name is Teddy. Your wife is Roseanne, and you've got a son called Peter who you just seen, and your daughter is Anya. And this island is full of the plague, and unfortunately it rains a lot of the time on this island. Can't do anything about that. I'll wait for it to turn calm before I start talking again. I can trigger a cutscene from here. I don't want to swim too close to the island.
The beating heart of this place, I fear, has now ceased to bear life. The sickness that has spread over this island has left nothing but sadness within its shadows. It seems that the islanders have had to face up to one of two inevitable paths: stay and openly embrace the encroaching plague, or flee by any possible means. With all this death that surrounds me, I believe the majority of people have chosen unwisely.
So you can swim to these islands, and you can ultimately escape the island by using the glitch. Basically, we're off the jetty, and what we're going to do is we're going to turn back into the island. Once you've done that, you can go down here. You want to aim for this section here, and just come into the island, and this will let you get back onto the island. Now we're actually going to walk backwards. Okay, now it stops. Every time it stops and the calm comes, you can see it turns a bit more greener, the guy's a bit more happier. This is really just the guy's personal purgatory on what he did. So the none of the recollections, the island, nothing is really as it seems.
My feathered friends have once again returned, casting their watchful gazes over me.
Keep in mind we're going backwards.
They appear to be totally untouched by the vacuum that has left everything else so impotent.
We want to go here and go across
Are they
this.
the last remnants of an island that once drew breath?
There we go.
An island
Triggered it.
so full of colour and life. I seem to remember this place. Yes. A strange voice from the past. The warmth of the sun on our backs as we skipped stones through the surf.
Okay, we're on the actual summit of Montagues Mount now, where you shouldn't be again. The game's sort of half finished. It was supposed to have another section where you find out what happened to your wife, Rachel, and Anya, your daughter. I'm guessing it wouldn't be any good information. We know Peter, your son's not good. So you know how your son just tried to scare the living daylights out of you. Well, we're going to do the same thing back to Peter. So Peter's not going to understand that we're on top of the mount. He's not going to be expecting that. So we're going to jump off from the top of the mount, and we're going to scare the living daylights out of him, just as he tried to scare the living daylights out of us. So an eye for an eye, that's what I say. So I don't know anyone else who's figured out this glitch. I just figured it out just wandering around. I was really wanting to know the rest of the story, and now I know there is no story. This thing hasn't been prepared. So it should be around here somewhere. It's just trying to find... What the heck? Oh, there it is. Okay, so There we go, there's Peter. Hello, we're gonna scare the living dollars out of you. Ah! Take that, you naughty kid. Okay. So we're already at the end. Well, sort of. We do have to solve one puzzle. Unfortunately, I don't know any way to flick myself on top of that building. But you know, the fact that we're already at the end, if you're going to try this legit, I don't even think you would be past the first gate yet. You'll see the code 1741 there. That is the code you're supposed to have to get in. The second key is just here. Again, it's raining, so I'm going to stop talking. Press I and use a key to open the latch.
I've been here before.
Yes, you have.
I know this place.
Yes, you do.
I know this place.
Yeah.
I remember the warmth of the sun on our backs and Rachel. Lying with Rachel, intertwined on the sand, so very much in love. My son is alive. You hear me? My son is alive. Who are you? Who the fuck are you?
Okay, bit of swearing there. I think there's like 3 or 4 swear words in the whole game. It's worth getting just for the glitches, I reckon. Okay, so again, press I. We're going to use the copper key. Going to lift that up. Okay, change that to there. That one to there. This last one you don't have to remember, it'll just automatically click. There you go. Come down. And we're done. That's the end of the game. We've basically just got to get to the ending cutscene. I'm amazed. I haven't watched anyone do this. This I just discovered by myself. What that puzzle did is allows us to open this gate here. Gonna have to watch another cutscene. Now, because we were able to pass half the mountain, we actually change it so that your son is alive. You'll see what I mean. Because he's waiting for us to... waiting for us. He hasn't disappeared from a certain section yet. That's all Peter. And the game's set in 1993, which I think is more the fact of this depression and the fact that the game developer had to immigrate to Ireland, leave his family and wife behind, and I think that's all it is. So I don't even think the developer's son died. Well, he didn't mention it in any interview when they quizzed him about what the true story about this was. So it just seems to be that he left his son with his wife, and he immigrated, probably for career choices more than anything, and just the loneliness he felt, and that's basically it, as far as I know. Kind of lackluster, because the idea of the plague and how it divided the island, and the Doctor was trying to segregate the island by using makeshift walls, and they're the puzzles that you have to solve to try and progress further. But ultimately the plague took over the entire island and things became really, really bleak. So basically, just to finish the game real quick, you click on that, and you click on this, and that's it. And there's your son. He's alive. He's not dead at all. That's the happy ending. You can keep him alive just by jumping across a complete section. So none of these puzzles are solved, as you can see. The walls are still up and everything else. So it's quite funny when you go back through the thing.
Dear Rachel,
the bridge is up still.
I regret that you didn't have the chance to read this letter before parting my company. I don't know where to begin.
So there's a Doctor hanging in the tree there. And
the illness.
That's when the illness
became my
really
illness.
Bleak.
Please believe me when I say I couldn't help it. I should have saved everyone. I should have saved Peter. But I couldn't even save myself. Even whilst holding his head down, feeling the water entering his lungs, he didn't struggle against me. I know I shouldn't have done it. Maybe more time. Should I have waited? Given it more time? More time. More time. I need to explain. Now, please wait for me there. I will see you soon. Please forgive me, Rachel. Please forgive me.
Okay, so
T.
Teddy, this is his own personal purgatory. This is his own mental simulation, if you want to put it that way. Just remembering that he drowned his own son because of the plague situation, and he was trying to spare him from what was going on the island, and that's him there. So I hope you didn't expect a happy-go-lucky film, a game. Nothing about the plague.
My son is dead. Killed by my very own hands. I will never leave this godforsaken place. I'm not sure that I should. I need to find out what happened here. I need to find Rachel and Anya. I need to know the truth. What secrets are being held up there on the summit of Montagues Mount?
Nothing.
I must continue. I must push forward. I must find the truth.
That part of the game was never developed. And that's the end of the game. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time. And no, it's not really based on a true story. Until next time, bye for now.